What's up, everybody? My name is Justin. Welcome to my channel, 502 Fragrance Reviews, where the goal of my channel is to give you great recommendations for amazing fragrances, but at the same time bridging the gap between those that know about fragrances and those that are not as knowledgeable about fragrances. So, in my last video for you guys, I did top 10 signature scents for men. And that video is really important because it just gave a really foundational video of 10 great fragrances that you can just spray on and go out the door, and it doesn't matter where you're going, how the weather is, it fits everything. So today, on the other side of that, what I want to do for you women today watching this, for you ladies out here, I want to give, in my opinion, top 10 everyday fragrances for women. Now, I don't want to classify this as a signature scent like I did with the men's video, because honestly, I'll admit it, I'm not as knowledgeable on women's fragrances in depth yet. But I think these 10 fragrances that I want to mention to you ladies today is great fragrances that you can wear just daily. Like just every day is like your daily driver type of fragrance. And a lot of these are really versatile. So, before I get to the video, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. I got a lot of great content on the way for you guys, and hit that post notification bell to let you know whenever I upload a new video. So without further ado, let's hop into the list. The first fragrance I want to show you ladies is one that it was inevitable that if I was to do a video like this, you can't leave Chanel out, because Chanel is at the top when it comes to women's fragrances, right? So the first fragrance I want to mention to you ladies is from Chanel, and this fragrance is Chanel Chance, but the Eau de Parfum concentration. And Chanel Chance Eau de Parfum, you might have seen this in some other YouTube videos if you've already looked up stuff. This is one right here where this is a really nice fragrance that meshes with your skin. This is a fragrance right here where I really do believe skin chemistry will matter, because one of the main notes in here is musk, and musk will change depending on who's wearing it. Some of the main notes you got in here is, like I said, musk, but then you also got patchouli, and you also got pink pepper in here as well. There's a few other notes in here as well. The way this comes off, it's a really nice musky, patchouli, clean floral fragrance. I would say when you first spray this fragrance on, ladies, you'll get a big blast of a nice fresh but also floral vibe. The pink pepper that's in here, when you think pink pepper, it's not a spice. Well, it doesn't come off spicy in fragrances. It comes off like a contemporary rose note. So you got jasmine in here, iris, and pink pepper. It comes off like a fresh floral vibe, but it gets rounded out really well by patchouli, musk, and vanilla. And this is a fragrance that you can just spray on. It doesn't matter what you're doing, where you're going. You go about your day. It'll last a long time as well. Women do give really good feedback that this lasts a long time. And also, this is a really big compliment getter for a lot of women. And what I looked up as far as like reviews and stuff, women really do rave about how this fragrance gets them a lot of compliments. So this is one right here where it's definitely more an underrated category. I don't think as many women know about Chanel Chance Eau de Parfum. They typically know about Coco Mademoiselle or Chance Eau Tendre. But Chanel Chance Eau de Parfum is definitely one that you should check out the next time you go to your department stores. So that's one mentioned right there. The next fragrance I want to mention to you ladies is one that I came across last holiday season, and I smelled it in the department store, and as a guy smelling this, is like it's a potential gift for a woman. This one is a really good one. I actually ended up buying this fragrance last year as a gift for someone in my family. So without further ado, the next fragrance I want to mention to you ladies comes from the house of Ralph Lauren, and this is Ralph Lauren Woman. Now, I do know that there's a Ralph Lauren Woman Intense. I have not smelled that one yet, so I'm just going to focus on just the original Woman. This fragrance right here is really good. It's a mixture of fruity florals with some freshness underneath, but also you got a really nice kind of somewhat gourmand-ish kind of vibe at the base with hazelnut. So some of the main notes that you got in this fragrance, you got tuberose, pear, and orange blossom. And don't get turned off if you hear the note tuberose. I think that the pear and orange blossom offset the tuberose. Tuberose is a really heavy white floral note, kind of known as the grandma note in like the fragrance community. But when you hear me say that term, ladies, don't get turned off by that. This fragrance comes off really nice. It's really pleasant. I would say you definitely get the fruitiness of the pear in here, but you also got rhubarb in here as well. So you get a nice fruity kind of burst. But once again, everything in here to me comes off really well rounded. You have a nice fruity vibe, but you also got a nice floral, fresh vibe. And even then, in the base, you got a little bit of a nice woodiness between hazelnut and the woody notes accord. Comes off a little bit like a little bit gourmandish like. This is one right here where this is another fragrance where I definitely don't think a lot of women's wearing this. Not a lot of women are wearing this fragrance. I think the more women smelling this, I'm pretty sure more women will wear this, because I think this is one that will be very mass appealing. I don't think that you'll have many people say bad things about this fragrance. You may get that rare case, where the few exceptions where people do still think that the tuberose comes off too much. But to me, like I said, it doesn't come off too much. It comes off as a really well-rounded, fruity, floral fragrance. This is one that you can wear every day, and I definitely think that this one will get you compliments, ladies. I can see this one being a really good compliment getter for you guys. This is one where I smelled it in the department store, and I really liked it. I was like, wow, this smells really good. So not only do I think that you'll get good feedback from other women, like, you know, just complimenting you, but I think that guys will really like enjoying this fragrance on you. And that is Ralph Lauren Woman. The next fragrance I want to mention to you, ladies, is one that, this is one of my personal favorites right now. Excuse me. Thanksgiving today, ate a lot of food. This is one right here where this is one of my favorite women's perfumes right now. It really is. I think most people will enjoy this. I think there's going to be some people that won't enjoy it, but that's okay. This comes from the house of Valentino, and this is Valentino Donna, the original Valentino Donna. Now, I do know that the Valentino Donna Born Aroma came out this year, and that one's great. One of the best women's releases this year. But I want to talk to you ladies about the original Valentino Donna. This one to me smells, it's such a pretty scent. I think of a very feminine woman, so like, I don't mean it in a negative connotation, like a really nice lady-like scent. That's a better way to describe it. Lady-like scent, really strong, independent, well, not strong, but like a lady-like scent. Yeah, let's go with that. This is a powdery rose fragrance though. So for those of you ladies that don't like rose, there's a good chance you may not like this fragrance. Some of the main notes in here is iris, and you got the rose, but you also got vanilla in here as well. There is not a lot of notes in this fragrance. I just named 3 of them for you, but you also got patchouli and leather in here as well. That's, I think, and bergamot at the top. That's it. So this fragrance to me, like I said, it's a powdery rose fragrance, but to me it is a little bit complex, right? So when you first spray this fragrance, ladies, you're gonna get really met by a big dose of rose, yes, rose and a little bit of citrus, but it's gonna come off like a powdery rose in combination from the iris and vanilla. And ladies, I don't want y'all to get turned off by the opening of this fragrance. Spray it on you and give it time to dry down, because in the dry down, that patchouli and leather comes out, makes it more warm on your skin, more warm and inviting. It gives it a nice depth to it. I have had a few women think that this fragrance smells like old woman like. I think because of that, this might be one where you might want to smell it in department stores and see what you think about it. In my honest opinion, I don't think it comes off like an old woman type kind of smell. I've smelled other fragrances like Chanel No. 5, Givenchy's Isatis, Creed's Spring Flower, those type of fragrances where I don't want to use the term old woman like it's disrespectful kind of. It's more like an older vintage style of perfume. I don't get that Valentino Donna. I don't get that at all. This is a fragrance right here that to me is really pretty. It's a nice feminine ladylike scent. This will last a long time. This one will for sure last you a long time, ladies. When you spray this on, you don't have to worry about it not lasting long. You'll probably get around 8 hours out of this for sure. Great longevity. And I think that this is going to be a fragrance that's going to get you compliments. I could see Valentino Donna being a big compliment getter, 100%. So next time you head to your department stores, definitely check out that fragrance. That's Valentino Donna, one of my personal favorites for women right now. The next fragrance I want to show you ladies is one that you will definitely see this in other YouTubers videos like Demi Rawling, Tiff Benson. I'm pretty sure they've mentioned this in their videos. And this one that I came across and smelled now, and it's one that I can back them up as a guide. I think it smells really good if a woman wants to get this. This comes from the house of Narciso Rodriguez, and this is Narciso Rodriguez for her. And I'm talking about the Eau de Toilette concentration of Narciso Rodriguez for her. This fragrance is one that I think is nice. I think that this one is a really good fragrance. This is another one that is a musk-based fragrance. And I can assure you this, many average consumers associate heavy scents with being musky. That is not the case at all, guys, or ladies, whoever's, you know. I would say many average consumers don't know how musk truly smells. So this is a musk-based scent. Some of the main notes that you got in here is musk, orange blossom, and osmanthus. And this one is a musky white floral fragrance. Osmanthus, for those of y'all don't know, it's kind of like an apricot smelling note. It's a floral, but it leans a little bit more like a fruity type scent. This is one right here, just like the Chanel Chance Eau de Parfum. When you spray this on, because it's a musk-based fragrance, this will vary when it comes to skin chemistry, right? I think it'll generally smell good on everyone. Well, I say that just to play it safe, but maybe you do want to try this on for yourself and see. This is a fragrance right here, just like Chanel Chance Eau de Parfum. I think this is an underrated fragrance that will get you a lot of compliments that will be great for daily wear. Like I said, all these fragrances I'm mentioning to you ladies are everyday fragrances. You can wear them as your daily type scents. I think this one, it's got some base, like some warmth in the base from amber. I think you also got vetiver in here as well, believe it or not. But this one just comes off fresh, musky, a little bit floral. And this is a fragrance right here. When you spray this on, it's never going to be overbearing to anybody. You spray this on, you're going to be knowing that you smell really good. No one's ever going to complain about you smelling like too much like fragrance or saying, oh, you're overspraying like that. This is the one right here. Actually, you can do some extra sprays because it'll help out with the longevity. Now, I do believe that I haven't skin tested this, but based off what I've seen, what I've looked up, I think the performance on this is above average. At least you may get around 6 or 7 hours when it comes to this. You may even get 8 hours. This is one right here that I feel like another one that a lot of women don't know about. Hopefully this is in your department store so you can check it out. It's like I said, it's a musky white floral fragrance. It comes off to me when I smell it, at least on my own skin, and I smell it on a test strip. It comes off like kind of like a clean. It's like a clean musk, nice clean musk. And then just the orange blossom in here amps up a little bit more of the freshness. You get a little bit of sweetness in here as well, coming from the osmanthus. So this is one right here that I do enjoy the smell of, and I think that you ladies will enjoy it on yourself. And that is Narciso Rodriguez for her, the Eau de Toilette concentration. The next fragrance I want to mention to you ladies, this one there's no way I could do this video and not include this fragrance. I was going to save it for last, but I'm just going to tell you about it right now. This is one of the most popular women's perfumes in the world right now. It really is. And it's probably one of the best. I'm just going to be honest with you. Just know, ladies, that if you do buy this fragrance, you're not going to be the most, you're going to be wearing a very common scent. I don't mean that in a bad way, but a lot of women do own this. This comes, once again, from the house of Chanel. And this is the popular one. This is Chanel Coco Mademoiselle. And I'm going to talk to you ladies about two different ones. I'm going to talk to you ladies about the Eau de Parfum, which is what most women have. I want to talk to you about the Eau de Parfum Intense, that one as well. Either one of these two are great for everyday wear. I wouldn't really look at the Eau de Toilette. You could wear it, but I'm going to talk about the Eau de Parfum Intense. This fragrance is a citrus patchouli type scent. Now, there is, both of these two smell similar, but there is a subtle difference between the two. So, in Chanel Coco Mademoiselle, the Eau de Parfum, which is the one most women have, some of the main notes you got in here, you got patchouli, you got orange and mandarin orange, and you also got rose. That's some of the main notes. Whereas on the other side, in Coco Mademoiselle, the Eau de Parfum Intense, patchouli, tonka bean, and vanilla are some of the main notes in that one. So I think that this fragrance is universally loved by women. All women, for the most part, love this fragrance. This fragrance right here, to me, comes off sexy as well. This to me is like a strong, independent type of women's scent. It really is. At least that's how it comes off to me. So this fragrance comes to you in really nice layers, right? In the Eau de Parfum version, it starts off real fresh at the top with citrus, but when you get into the heart of the fragrance, you get a nice mixture of florals like jasmine and rose, and then at the base of the fragrance, it gets really warm and a little bit balsamic. So it's a fresh, like citrusy patchouli scent. It's more on the freshness. Whereas the Eau de Parfum Intense, you got amped up sweetness coming from the tonka bean and vanilla. You've still got the citruses and you still got some of the florals, but the biggest difference is this comes off as more on the fresher side, kind of a fresh, citrusy patchouli type scent. And on this side, you got more of a little bit of a sweeter, balsamic type of patchouli scent. You're fine with either one of these two. They're gonna last. Either one's gonna last you a very long time, especially the Eau de Parfum Intense. You'll get 8 hours out of this, no problem. It's one that you can wear every day. It's very versatile, but it's just it's very common nowadays. It's not as unique, but this has to get mentioned because this is one of the best women's perfumes in the world. As Coco Mademoiselle Eau de Parfum or Eau de Parfum Intense. Either one. This next fragrance I want to show to you ladies is one that I'm really excited to show you ladies. I did say that I didn't want to put Valentino Donna Born in Roma in here because I've already put Valentino Donna in here. But I'm going to show you another fragrance that's one of the best women's releases this year. And I think this could easily become one of the best everyday scents for women. This comes from the house of YSL, Yves Saint Laurent, and it's YSL's Libre. And yes, for you ladies that did see my top 10 fall fragrances for women in department stores, I'm going to leave a card to that at the end if you didn't see it. Yes, I put that in the fall fragrance video, but I mentioned in that video that I think this is a fragrance that you could wear year round. This to me would be excellent for everyday use. This is classified to me as it's like a white floral aromatic type fragrance. Some of the main notes that you got in here is lavender, orange blossom, and vanilla. And this is one right here, ladies. When you wear this, you're automatically going to be put in a more unique category, right? Because this is a lavender-based women's perfume. Typically, you don't see lavender used in women's fragrances. Typically, you see lavender used in men's fragrances. This is the feminine side of lavender. So this one right here, you get a nice mixture of freshness with sweetness. It never veers too sweet. It never veers like overwhelmingly fresh. You get a nice mixture of vanilla and different fruits, some citruses, but then also you get that nice lavender. This fragrance right here is really good, and I really wish companies would start making more lavender women's perfumes, because the few that I've been able to see, like YSL Libre or Guerlain's Mon Guerlain, and there's a few others, these fragrances just work. If you see a lavender-based women's perfume, it just works. This is one right here, ladies. You're going to spray this on. It's going to last you a pretty good time. It's going to last you probably a while. It's going to have like above average longevity. I can assure you, this one will get you compliments. For sure. I have shown many women this fragrance. I have yet to have a single woman not like this scent. And I have showed at least 40 women this scent. At least 40. This fragrance is just one that it's mass appealing, but it's not mass appealing and like generic, boring. It's mass appealing and it's got a nice unique vibe to it. Like I said, it's just a nice balance of fresh and sweet. but it's just that lavender. That's what's so cool to me. It's a lavender-based women's perfume. This is one of the best releases this year of 2019, hands down on the women's side fragrances. So ladies, next time you go to the department store, check out YSL's Libre. Amazing fragrance. We keep on going with great women's releases from this year. I have another women's release from this year that I think is immediately can be great as an everyday scent for women. This next fragrance I want to show you ladies is from the house of Christian Dior, and this is Dior Joy Intense. So the original Dior Joy, it was alright. It wasn't a bad scent, but it just didn't do it for me as a guy smelling it. But Dior Joy Intense to me is a much better improvement upon the original Dior Joy. This is another fragrance. This is the third one I'm showing you now. This is more definitely on the muskier side. This is another one that's like musk based. It's a musk based scent. So some of the main notes that you got in here, you got musk, you got jasmine, and you got vanilla. And this fragrance follows a really simplistic structure as the development of notes, but it does it really good. When you first spray this fragrance on, you'll get greeted by a really nice freshness. You got different citruses at the top. You got bergamot and you got neroli. But once you get into the heart of the fragrance, and you probably smell it once you first spray it, but at the heart, you got a mixture of florals. You've got rose and you got jasmine. And then when you get into the base, you get a nice sensual vanilla and musk and sandalwood base. This fragrance just follows a simplistic structure, but it does it great. It's definitely fresh, but you also got some florals and you also got a nice sensual base. This is a fragrance right here where it's just great for daily use. It's great for an everyday scent. Yes, sometimes everyday scents don't have to be nothing super exciting, super extravagant, super niche or creative. This isn't that type of fragrance, but it just does a great job of being what I think what it's intended to be, and that's an everyday scent for women. This is one right here where I think that it will last you a long time. It'll last you much better than the original Dior Joy. You can just spray this on, and I think even if you were to do extra sprays of this, ladies, this is a fragrance right here where it just smells. It smells really nice, feels really pleasant. It's fresh. This is a fragrance right here where it's never going to be overpowering to anybody else around you. On the contrary, I think people that notice it on you, they're going to compliment you. They're going to be like, wow, that smells, really nice. Granted, I could have put a scent like Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue in here, but I think that's one that leans on the boring side to me, where I can replace Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue with a scent like this, Dior Joy Intense, that it's fresh like that, but it's got more added depth to it. It's more interesting from the florals, and then that nice sensual musk, sandalwood, and vanilla base that comes off a little bit creamy. This is the one right here that it's another one came out this year, 2019. It's another great release, at least to me. So next time you head to department stores, check out the new Dior Joy Intense. This next fragrance I want to show you, ladies, is another one from this year. I mean, this year on the designer level of fragrances, women's fragrances that's got put in department stores, to me, a lot of them's been knocking out the park. This is another one right here that this one I really like. This one's a really good fragrance. This comes from the house of Chloe, and this is the new Chloe Low. Yes, many women, I'm pretty sure, do wear the original Chloe Eau de Parfum, and I thought about putting that fragrance on here. I did think about putting that one on here, but I wanted to give shine to the newer one in the Chloe line, and that's Chloe Low. This fragrance to me smells really good, and I've never smelled Parfums de Marly's Delina. That could have been put on here, but I've never smelled that fragrance. But I looked at that fragrance and looked at the notes in Chloe Low, and they share similar notes. So I'll smell Delina one day, but that's a really popular women's fragrance in the fragrance community. Nice niche brand fragrance. But Chloe Low, anyway, this one right here, some of the main notes you got rose, you got grapefruit, and you got oak moss. And this fragrance right here, the way that the rose and grapefruit mix, and also you got lychee in here, lychee fruits. Rose, grapefruit, and lychee. The way that those mix when you first spray this fragrance, whether it's on your skin or test strip, oh man, it's so good. I have showed a lot of women this fragrance, and a lot of women have liked this. I will say as a disclaimer though, this fragrance is really prominent in oak moss, and this is one right here that's actually surprising. Typically you see oak moss more prominent in men's fragrances, so you got oak moss prominent in this woman's fragrance. I have had some women that found the oak moss off-putting. Oak moss is one of those, it's like a bitter green forest type note, like a little bit woody, a little bit green. Ladies, if you hear that, don't get turned off by it. I'm not saying that oak moss just overpowers in this scent. I think it's rounded out by more feminine notes. But this one right here, I want this one to get more attention. I don't want this to become so freaking common. But, well, I'm not gonna wear it anyway. But sure, every woman can wear it. This fragrance is really good. I would say it's got a really nice mixture of citrus, also some fruitiness, also florals that never go too overpowering. You got a nice woody base. Like, to me, it's got different nuances of different types of scents that when the way they blend it together, it comes off very pleasant. When you spray this, that grapefruit pop is so good. I can definitely tell the grapefruit is in this one. Some of your other fragrances like Bleu de Chanel, Rouge de Dove's Elysium, I'm pretty sure those have got that, when you spray it, it's got that nice grapefruit pop, and it just comes off so pleasant and almost like sparkling. And this one, it comes off like really tart, like lychee and grapefruit, real sparkly, but you also got that nice mixture of florals. Like I said, you got rose, but you also got magnolia in here as well. This fragrance is really good. I think that the performance will be above average to good. I think that you'll get around 5-6 hours minimum. If you was able to get 8 hours out of this, that's dope. That's great. You gotta just try it on your skin. This is a fragrance right here. I have to give this one attention, and that's the new Chloe Low. Check that out next time you go to the department stores. The next fragrance I want to show you, ladies, is one that. This one's another tuberose based fragrance. I've already shown you, ladies, Ralph Lauren Woman. That one was a white floral tuberose based scent. And this is another fragrance that, man, this food is destroying me. This next fragrance I want to show you is another tuberose based scent. This comes from the house of Prada, and this is Prada La Femme. Now, I've never smelled Prada La Femme Intense, but that's okay. This one right here, this is, like I said, it's a tuberose based scent. It comes off more like kind of like a fresh and clean type vibe, at least in the opening. In the dry down, it gets a little bit animalic. But yeah, some of the main notes you got in here, you got tuberose, frangipani, and beeswax. This fragrance right here, so beeswax could kind of come off a little bit animalic in a way, but it also comes off like real honey-like. Then you also got frangipani, which is like a tropical smelling type of a floral. I wouldn't say it's like leaning coconutish, but it smells tropical. That's the best way I can describe it right now. And then tuberose, like a nice fresh clean white floral. You do have also iris in here to give it more of a clean type of vibe, a little bit of a powderiness. Also, you got some vanilla in here for sweetness. This is a fragrance right here where it's not super exciting, but once again, we're talking about everyday scents here. It doesn't have to be super extravagant or exciting or niche or creative. It doesn't have to be all the time. This fragrance right here, I think that even though it's not super exciting, I think if a woman buys this and put this on, she's going to be in a more unique type category. I think that because, like I said, your typical woman wears Coco Mademoiselle or Chance Tandra or Flower Bomb or Lancome La Vie Belle, those scents. Marc Jacobs Daisy. I almost put Daisy in here, but anyway, this fragrance right here, it's just like Prada does really good soapy clean like scents. I'm not saying this is super leaning soapy clean, because you do got some nuances of sweetness in here, like in the base. It leans a little bit more animalic, kind of like a little bit honeyish. But at its core, it's about being fresh. The way that the tuberose and iris kind of mesh together, it comes off really clean, powdery, just pleasant, right? This is a fragrance right here. I think above average performance is what you would want to expect from this. I think, ladies, this will last you around 6 or 7 hours. This is the one right here. It comes in a gorgeous bottle. I love the presentation on it. Like I said, I haven't smelled Prada La Femme Intense, but it's okay. Next time you head to your department stores, check out Prada La Femme. So this is a fragrance right here that I think is really enjoyable, and it won't be overpowering anyone else around you. Great fragrance. This last fragrance I want to mention to you, ladies. This one right here is a great one. Oh, this is a great one. I know when I did my signature scents video, and if you haven't already, you should see that. The last fragrance that I did show was a luxury niche fragrance. I showed them 9 designers, and the 10th one was a luxury niche fragrance. Just if you want to spend a really nice amount of money on a nice fragrance, I showed that one. I'm going to do the same thing with this fragrance. The last fragrance I want to show you guys comes from Maison Francis Kurkdjian. And people that's already in the fragrance community watching this video, you already know what I'm going to say. This is Baccarat Rouge 540. And whether you get the Eau de Parfum version or the Extrait de Parfum version, either one's fine. I actually want to talk more about the Eau de Parfum version. So some of the main notes that you got in here, you got ambergris, you got saffron, and you got, I think it might be fir resin. There's not a lot of notes in this fragrance, but it's complex, but it's great. This fragrance right here, I plan on getting this for myself, but don't get turned off by that, ladies. This fragrance, I believe, is actually marketed as unisex, but it definitely leans more on the feminine side, and a good number of women wear this as their signature scent. When I say a good number of women in the fragrance community know about this scent, but the average consumer doesn't know about how great this fragrance is. I will say this though, this fragrance, like I said, it's a luxury niche fragrance. You will be paying more for this fragrance. I think it's like 300 something for like the standard bottle, but I promise you, ladies, you will get compliments galore out the wazoo with this fragrance, and it's gonna last you a long time. I mean a long time. This fragrance right here, I think it's getting steadily, it's getting a little bit more common, but right now it's still a very unique scent. I would say this is a fantastic fragrance to get for your wife as a Christmas gift or birthday gift, fellas. You're watching this video. This fragrance right here, this is a fragrance where it's got universal appeal, just like Coco Mademoiselle. Women generally, universally, love Baccarat Rouge 540. This fragrance is amazing. Now, just to get to the scent, it's really hard to describe how this fragrance smells. It really is. It comes off in a way like a burnt, caramelized sugar vibe mixed with, at least not to me, but people do say this, like a latex glove kind of smell. Like mix those two together, I get more of the caramelized burnt sugar. It's just really hard to describe. It really is. I can't describe it. It's hard. This is one of those fragrances where if you get access to this fragrance, if you have like a Saks, a Nordstrom's, go into that store and just spray this fragrance on. You're going to get blown away how great this fragrance is, ladies. This fragrance right here is one of the best women's fragrances in the world right now. I said Coco Mademoiselle is too, and it is, but Baccarat Rouge 540 is one of the best fragrances right now for women. Like I said, it's marketed as unisex, so guys do wear it. I will get it for myself, but it leans feminine, so I'm putting it for this women's video. One of the best in the world. You're going to pay a higher price tag, but I promise you, ladies, it's worth it. Check out Baccarat Rouge 540 by Maison Francis Kurkdjian. And that's all I got for you, ladies, today. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, definitely subscribe to my channel, because I got a lot of great content planned on the way. On one of these cards I'm going to have showing up right now, or should be up, I will have top 10 signature scents for men. I posted that video the other day. That's all I got for you guys. Till next time.